Good morning, you lovely lot. Loads of people have been asking for another van tour, so I'm going to do a van tour. So stay tuned, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's go somewhere nice to do a lovely van tour. See you, bye. So I wanted to film this van tour yesterday, but it was raining, and it said it wasn't going to rain today, but it's raining. So the outside of the van might be like the quickest bit of van tour ever. Right, so the van tour, the beginning, we'll start on the outside. Now, there are links to lots of the stuff that I have bought in a video that I will link below. Does that make sense? If you've got any questions, just pop them in the comment section below, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. First things first, start at the front. Chip protector thing, bonnet cover thingamajig, got one of those on. That just makes it go faster. Also, I've replaced this is now a darker one because I think that also makes it go a little bit faster and nicer. I've covered the chrome bit there just in insulation tape because, you know, technicals, and the badge, which is I think supposed to be a German badge, but I don't know. I think the lines and the flag's the wrong way. I've no idea. Carbon fibre wing mirror covers, they literally just stick on, which is proper ace. On the door handles here, again, just stick on. These have been on for ages. Chrome handles, got them from eBay. They're about a tenner for a pack of more than fits on all the handles, so loads and loads of spare ones. Wind deflectors, the best thing I've added, I think, to the exterior of the van when it comes to usefulness, because this means that I can drive with the window open when it's raining and the rain doesn't come in. It doesn't mess the quiff up as well when we're driving on the motorway, and not only that, it means that on a night time we can crack the window open a little bit, let some air in, and it means that no one can sort of get in and stuff. They probably could if they wanted to. So I've got some Gen 2 wheels on from, funnily enough, alloywheels.com. This is one of the first replacements I made to the van, and then I had the calipers painted red because that makes it go faster too. I've got some mud flaps. They don't do anything, don't get them. They don't stop your van getting mucky. Bit of bird poo there, that also makes it go faster. Oh yeah, also, and I've got a video of me installing these as well, the sidebars. They're lovely. I really like the look of those. Dub Styling sticker, nice. Hashtag not sponsored, but go visit Dub Styling. They've got all sorts of stuff. People keep asking about these. Just transformer badges, because it transforms, doesn't it? It goes from a van to a camper van. These lights are just stock lights, and I've wrapped them in like a smoke tint. Made sure all the light comes through properly, and yeah, everything's absolutely fine. Another black badge, which is also good. And then I've covered this bit in chrome as well, so it matches the door handles. And I've also got the transporter letters here, just from eBay, about 15 quid, and I've just spaced them out like that on the back and done that. Also a bumper cover in chrome, again eBay, obviously the pop top, but we'll show you that in a minute and I'll pop that up. Got a solar panel on the roof. There's a full video of me installing that as well. It's not an instructional video, it's just me drilling holes in my pop top and being worried most of the time. But yeah, that solar panel's a 100-watt panel, powers the leisure battery when the sun's out, and also another battery that I've got in there that I'll show you when we go inside. New indicators, I've added these black indicators here. Again, I just got them from eBay. They were about a tenner for the pair. I've got the spoiler on here now. That's all changed since the last van tour. Again, there's another video on the channel. I'll link to all the videos that I talk about in the description below. There's a video on the channel of me buying these from eBay for about 50 quid, sanding them, priming them, spraying them up, and also fitting them to the back of the van as well. Because it's raining, I've had to smash through that really fast. But yeah, that's the exterior of the van. So let's go inside the van and see what delights we've got in there. So first we have the Van X kind of comfort dash thing going on here. I've only bought the one thing. It did come with these little bad boys here, little surrounds, so then they all match this colour, and then you just press that and it opens up. Everyone's a winner, baby, that's the truth. Also, I've replaced the seat covers. These are from UK Custom Covers, and you fit them to yourself, and there's lots of many swearings that happen. Again, there's a video on the channel which I'll link below to me installing these as well. Also, this seat shelf, I made my own seat shelf, but you can buy them from a company, funnily enough, called Seat Shelf, and that has come in really, really handy. You know, when you buy stuff from the shop and you just want to throw it on the side, or certainly with my cameras and things, and there's a little lip there that stops it from coming off. Obviously a cup holder there that I specifically made for the size of the VW bottles that we've got in the van, although there are cup holders in this van as standard anyway, just in the dashboard. I have had a Bearlock installed. Now again, there's a full video of the Bearlock being installed on this van, and that basically means that I can put the van into reverse, twist a key lock at the bottom, and then that locks into reverse. And yeah, I mean, if thieves want to steal it, I'm sure they'll find a way, but it just, the deterrent's there, isn't it? So that's a good thing as well. On the dashboard here, this is where I mount my camera to do the driving shots and stuff, because nobody wants to be holding a camera and driving and stuff. Maybe not do that again. I do have a dash cam mirror. This sadly is not available anymore on Amazon, so I couldn't recommend another one to you. And it's like a non-brand, it cost about 40 quid. There's a rear camera that goes all the way to the back door, and this basically is like a rear view mirror because I can't see out of the back because the rock and roll bed's too high and blah blah blah. Also, I have relined the ceiling here in a 3-way stretch carpet. That was a pretty simple, straightforward job. Yeah, this just pops off. Well, it doesn't just pop off, many swearings happened, and then I recovered this just to give it more of a car vibe. Adds a bit more, I don't know, it's speed, makes your van go faster, so yeah, do it. Also, I've added a clock. Again, there's a video on the channel of me doing this. There's like a clock here. I've taken the batteries out because they were flat and they're on charge, and that acts as like a little door into this little section here where we keep all like the wet wipes and things like that. I've also got some like mat cover things, and again, that just means when stuff's in there it doesn't rattle around as much. And I got them from Campersite, or you can get them from Camper Jam, or most kind of van festivals. There's always a chap there selling bits and pieces like these. So I've got this, but then also just down here I've got the full rug as well. I don't know if you can see that because of the lights, but yeah, I've got the full rug that goes the full width of the van. I think that's the whole, that side. Oh, no it's not. No, it's not. I've got a hook just on here which can go either side, and it means that I can hang my water bottles on here, so they're not taking space up on here. Not only that, I did put the water bottle on here once and had to brake really hard, and then the water bottle were like, bye. Let's go pop the top, spin the seat, and let's show you the van in its full glory for campings. Nice. Right, let's go inside and see what delights we've got going on in here. The first thing that hits you in the face as you walk in the van is my Portaloo. Now, there's a reason why I've got a cover for it. It's because nobody wants to see a toilet as soon as they open the van door, let alone while you're eating your burgers and stuff. Welcome to the fridge. We're now in the kitchen. It's not a big van, so we don't have to move far to go to the living room. But right now we've got the fridge, which is a Dometic CRE 50. Inside is very similar, in fact exactly the same to the CRX 50. Just the exterior is slightly different, the handle's different. So if you want a slightly cheaper fridge, then go for the CRE 50, because I think it's about 50 or 60 pounds cheaper than the CRX 50. It's still expensive for a fridge, but it runs on your 12 volts and things like that, and we just with the leisure battery can probably get about, I don't know, 3 days of it on constantly. But then obviously with the solar panel, then that adds to the extra mileage that we get out of the fridge. So just moving up from the CRE 50 fridge, I've got my drawer which keeps all the cutlery and things like that. We've got like cutlery, tin openers, a few kind of tissues and hand sanitizers, and you know, the usual kind of kitchen drawer stuff. Now what I have done is I've created sections that are movable. So I've just created bits of plywood that I can pull in and out, and that means that I can adjust those to the size of the stuff that I've got in the drawer. Now there's another section at the back that you can't get to unless you pull it out there, but yeah, there's all sorts of things in there, little sections. Again, everything's loose, so then I can move it around. And then in here we've got all the spoons, knives, forks and things, and they all push in with a button there. Everything on the van has got a pushy button which locks it in place. Moving up from the drawer, we've got the sink and hob unit, which is an all-in-one unit, very similar to a lot of the units that are in vans nowadays, by Dometic again. So I've got a dual hob here with dual controls, and also a little kind of lighty thing that lights it up and stuff, which doesn't work very well, so we do use another lighter. I think that's just out of usage, but we don't really use this very often, I'll be honest with you. On this side we've got the sink. Again, we don't use it very often. It's mainly used for storage, or if we are camped up somewhere and we need to wash up or brush our teeth, and it's teeths. So moving on from the hob and the sink, we've got a light just up here, just underneath this shelf. You're not going to see it very well because obviously it's daytime, but you might be able to see a little bit of the light going on and off, and what that does is that illuminates this area here for if we're washing up, so we can see what's going on, or if we're prepping food, or we've got things on here, or it's just a cool little low ambient light during the night without having the big lights on, if that makes sense. So yeah, moving up from there, we've got this unit here. This is just a little strap that I call the driving strap. and it's just in case this button fails. It hasn't, it's the same button as on the drawers. It's never failed, but just in case it does, we don't want that slamming down while we're driving. And then that just folds down like that, and we've got all our condiments and like rice and pasta and coffees, some tins, spare bits, vitamins, things like that. And then this acts as a bit of a shelf that we can use to put cups of tea on, coffee, things like that. We've had the laptop on there before, because when the roof's up and everything, this is a better height. It's more like here, so you can utilise it a little bit better. And that's basically just on with some hinges and then like straps to stop it from falling down. But yeah, that's that section there. I built a cupboard section in here, which is basically used mostly for putting our cups or rice and pasta and things, and then we'll put our phones up here when we're asleep. And yeah, that basically just has a nice section just to get things out of the way that was underutilised or just a shove corner when we were camped up. Not only that, when we need to drive away, anything that would have normally been shoved in this corner is now secured in here, so we don't have to put everything away for 45 minutes before we drive off. Moving down into the cupboards underneath, we have an extendable bin, whatever that is. It basically means that, you know, it pops out like that, and it means you can get more stuff in there, like a bag and stuff, and then it pops away so it's out of the way. Under here we have our wonderful new shelf system. There is a video of me building this. I think it's a couple of videos back. Again, I'll put a link in the description below. And here I have 3 sections. So we've got the plates just there. We've got our induction hob just there, which is why we don't use our gas hob very often, because the induction hob we can use either on electric hookup or with the battery bank that we've got. Pats and pans are just up there. Why do I call them pats and pans all the time? Pots and pans all in the top shelf. And then we've got our Ridge Monkey water bottle, which we use again all the time, not sponsored, because this just seems to be just better to use. I don't know why. And that just slots in there. Under here, we've got more storage and things like that. We've got the Ridge Monkey just under there. Some of these things, you know, that stop condensation, they're not very good, but I'd rather have them than not have them. And yeah, that's just carpeted in the bottom. Some of you will have realised that Dave the kettle was retired the other day because he was a bit battered and bruised, but also he was a bit too large to be fitting in some of the cupboards. So I bought a new kettle. It's very similar to the old kettle. This is just one of those on the hob kettles. You press that and you fill up in there, and then you put it on your hob. It's just nice to have, and it will also work on the induction hob as well, which is wonderful. So that just goes in there, nice and spicy eye. So that's, oh, the bin is just, it just hooks on to the door. So down in this cupboard here, we do have the gas and the water bottles. We've got a 10 litre fresh water bottle, and then a 10 litre grey water bottle. But again, we don't use the sink very often, so you know, this doesn't need emptying as often, and this doesn't need refilling as often. Drinking water comes from the Ridge Monkey bottle just in there. Now, at festivals and things like that, we will probably use the sink more, because the washing facilities might not be as good as they are on a campsite. So we'll probably utilise this more, boil the kettle, heat the water up, wash up. However, what we generally tend to do is use one of these pop-up sinks that goes flat away in the cupboard. But we tend to use one of these because we can wash up outside, and any spillages and things like that are all just on the grass. Somebody did question when I built this cupboard the other day, because I moved the gas, I relocated the gas from this side to this side, and they were a little bit worried about me not having a dropout vent. Now I've got a dropout vent in this cupboard already, because this is where the gas originally was when I bought the van and built the van, and then we relocated it to this cupboard for some unknown reason. So I put another dropout vent in there. So we've got 2 dropout vents. Fire extinguisher just here on the back of the door. Now it's only covered in this meshing to stop it from rattling, because again, I don't like rattles. But yeah, the fire extinguisher's there ready to go, and that goes in there and closes and pushes with one of those buttons again. So happy days. Right, so welcome to the timber door section. The most rattliest thing in the van by far. So that opens like that, which is lovely. This used to be just a massive cupboard it was just a space that you just had to shove loads of stuff, and it got really annoying. So what I did is I built some shelves. When you're camping and you want all your tinned goods up there, then it's nice to have them in the van but out of the way, because you know, you're not going to need them all the time. You're going to need tinned goods maybe twice a day, so it's nice to have them in there out of the way. In this section here, we store mainly our food when we're camping. If we're on electric hookup, the electric battery, the River Pro that we've got here, doesn't stay in this cupboard. We usually just put it on the front seat or have it out in the awning as extra power. That will power our induction hob and our low wattage kettle. It's a 1000 watt kettle, so it means that we don't have to get the gas on every single time we want a cuppa. We just fill that with water and then just put it on boil, plug it in. It's a 240 volt thing. There's a video on my channel. Go to the what's it called, off-grid power video or something a few weeks ago. Also in here is where we've got our electric system. Again, there's a video on the channel about the electrics, but in here is basically the battery charger and the fuse box for the electric hookup, and also we've got, I don't know if you can see just down here, the 240 volt plugs that only work when we're on electric hookup, which is why we've got the battery, so we can use 240 volt appliances off-grid as well. I've made a little lifty uppy thing there so we can get to things under there a little bit easier, get larger items in there like the fire pit, and you know, we also store our bowl in there, and that goes in there nicely out of the way, and then that just goes down. There's lips on all of these to stop things sliding off, which is ace. And that's the door. We've got the netting just there, and that holds one of our chopping boards. The nettings again are just from Mega Van mats. They're about a £5 each, I think, and they just screw on. Moving further back, we've got a goose neck kind of light thing, which is just on a switch. It's got a USB port on it as well, and that just adds extra light. And not only that, we can put it out the back of the van, and we've got light outside the back of the van as well. So welcome to this side of the van. In most of the van we have the dark four-way stretch carpet. It's called Smoke, I think, and on this side it just felt a little bit dark over this way, so I decided to build this section here out of slatted wood, paint it white, and it looks lovely. It brightens up this area, makes it look a little bit more homely, and it means that we can put pictures up as well. Not only that, these little frames have little tiny little mini cupboards inside them with little hooks on them, so we can add things inside there. In there we've got a little pushy on your light, is like in the middle of the night if you want the light on. Obviously, you know, just for decoration. We've got this, that I've got a camper site. Up here I've got the switch for the diesel heater. We'll talk about that in a minute. I do have another mesh pocket here, and that's usually for Michelle to put her books and things like that in, because Michelle sleeps on this side of the bed. Yes, this is a bed. We'll pull it out and we'll show you what it looks like. Then on here we've got a foldy downy shelf, which just folds out of the way so it's not there constantly to bang your knee on, but when you're in bed you just want to pop that up. It means you've got somewhere to put your drinks, somewhere to put your phone, whatever. We've had the laptop on there before, so then we can watch videos and films. Under there is another port for charging our phones as well, so they can plug in there and put it on the shelf. Everyone's a winner, baby, that's the truth. Lights wise in the van, especially in this area, when I was sat over here like this light, or if we were sat chilling, you know, this light is really sort of in your face. So I changed this for a touch light, so then all the other lights can still be on, but that one you can turn off if you just sat here just leaning against the wall and chilling out like this. Right, so up here we have the brains of the operation. It's a very simple panel. You don't have to go crazy, but you can do if you want. But I just wanted some switches that made things go on and off, and this is basically what it is. It's just a cheap switch panel from Rain Automotive, not sponsored, and it just shows me the voltage I've got left on my battery. There's the switch that turns on that, which also powers the USB ports here. There's two blanks that we've not attached anything to yet, just to keep it future proof, just in case I want to add something to it. We've got the water pump for the sink, we've got the main light switch on and off, and then we've got the lights for upstairs and a pop top, which we'll go show you in a minute. So the double swivel, that makes a huge difference in the van. It really does. Just having this spun round just makes it feel bigger inside the living space in the van as well, which we really like. Not only that, underneath this seat is a storage space. Now just lift up the front there, that just pops open like that, and I'll show you. In there we've got all our sleeping bags, all of the covers for the windows, you know, the thermal covers and things, and that's basically what gets stored in there. Right, so welcome to the underseat storage. It's just a panel on the front there that matches the other panels in the van that I've built. It just clips off, and under here I've got a massive drawer that we keep blankets, and when we camp in we can put clothes in here as well, towels, all the soft furnishings and stuff like that. You can even put, like, you know, cushions in there out of the way and whatnot. But yeah, that's just a nice little area for keeping things out of the way. There's a little lock there to stop it from flying forward when I have to apply the brakes hard. And yeah, that just clips on there nicely and keeps out of the way. In the back of the van, first thing that you will see is this section here. Now, another one of these cargo nets, which I really, really like. And that stores the picnic blanket and also the axe for when we're chopping wood and stuff. And then just in here we've got a lot of things shoved in, obviously, because that's basically how vans work. Then on this left hand side here we've got our diesel heater itself, which vents out and outside, which is ace, and that's all that lovely jubbly. Here we have the cupboard at the back of the van, and we have the storage section here, but usually this section here is my beer section. Just under here we've got a little bit more storage, you know, the heater and some lights and things like that. And then under here we've got what I call like the garage compartment. We've got like the lube blue wind brakes and things like that, and the leveling ramps and stuff. They're all in there, out of the way, which is lovely. And then on the back of the door here we've got some hooks, which is lovely, just to hang coats and bags and things like that. And then flippy downy drinks holder for when I'm in bed, and I've got somewhere to put my drink as well. On the back of the door we've got our table, which we use in the van to eat off and, you know, play games on inside the van and things like that. It's a good little addition to have. And also it's attached with brackets all the way around, that you can get from Mega Van Mats, hashtag not sponsored. I got them from Mega Van Mats. I think it's called a table door attachment system for a camper van or something, I don't know. But then yeah, they also do the brackets and the legs and everything, and I just made the table and painted it, and now it's on the back of the door out of the way, which is ace. There are many different ways that rock and roll beds do come out. Some people have got buttons, switches, clips, things like that. But this rock and roll bed has got two clips underneath that I can just pull to one side like that, and it pops out. And then I've got a little bit of a band here that I can hold on to stop it from banging, like that. And it also helps me lift it back up again when I want to put it away. But here's the bed. It's nice and spicy, aye. Now the bed, it's comfortable, but it's not super comfortable. We're used to having a memory foam mattress at home, and 3 or 4 nights on this and you generally tend to be wanting or longing for your bed at home. So one of the best things you can do is get a topper for this. Not only will it keep this in better nick and make it look newer for longer, it will make your sleeping experience a lot nicer. So this is our topper, and it's just a cheap kind of 1-inch topper memory foam, and it makes a huge difference to your sleeping experience in the van. Yeah, we like to use this. We put this on and then we put like a cover on. In fact, I'll show you, and in fact let's do it now. Let's do it now. Oh, it's nice. Proper love it. And this is basically the bed setup. I'll show you where the toilet goes now. Let's do that. So we're at the bottom of the bed now, and it's not by design, it's by utter fluke that when we bought the Thetford porta potty that it fit in this gap perfectly. And I say perfectly, it's millimetre perfect. We don't sleep with our heads here at the bottom because, you know, you don't want to wake up in the middle of the night with a butt crack in your face. With the bed not coming all the way out, it means that we can get to the fridge still. So we can make a cup of coffees in the morning, or if we're having an early night and want to lay down in bed but have a few beers, we can still get to the beers in the fridge. The reason I have this space is because I shoved the bed as far back as it would go in the van, so it gave us that extra living space, almost like a long wheelbase living space. But, you know, the long wheelbase has got that living space and then space in the back as well, which I don't have. Which is just one of those sacrifices to make when you have a short wheelbase van. Here's a pop top. While it's up, it's there, everyone can stand up in the van, which is ace. You pull the top down and it goes into a full-size bed, which is ace. It's not quite a double, I think it's a double. Now this is just the memory foam topper that we had in the bottom half there. I've just put the bed away, and yeah, I'm going to get up and I'm going to show you the amount of space that we've got up there. Right, I'm not quite sure what this angle is, but it gives you a good idea of the amount of space that we've got here. So I'm 6'2", and I only just reached the bottom there, and you'd easily get another person in the other side there, which is ace. The mesh, that's brilliant. That keeps all the cool air in and all the spiders and flies out, which is good. I've had to open that many a time on a hot summer's day. There's one on the other side as well, which I've not opened. But yeah, it really does help keep the pop top cool in summer. See my head? My head goes there, and there is downstairs. what was happening is that I was like, oh, this is lovely, it's nice, ooh, sleepies, and then I'd wake up in the middle of the night and my pillow had fallen down and be down there, and I'd be like, oh, my pillow's gone forever, because it literally does feel like the end of the world when you've lost your pillow during the night. So what I made was this. Boom shakalaka to the new style of rocker. I made a bit there that goes into the floor area, so then the pillow will not fall, and basically it's an extra area of the pop top. So one place that always gets overlooked when it comes to storage solutions is this little section here. So there's like an A section just in between where the bed goes up. I'll do some B-roll so you can see it. And basically what I do is I get all my pillows and blankets all shoved in there out of the way. Now that is just a place that I personally overlooked, and thought I might share with you guys that you might find interesting and useful. So I think the very last thing to talk about on this camper van tour is my flippy downy foldy outy shelf that I've just recently installed, and that just adds a little bit of extra space to your working space when you're camped up. And I really love this little addition because we do put the microwave there, and so it just takes up a little bit more space. So having this little extra bit here is brilliant, and I love it. So yeah, that just goes down out of the way. Everyone's a winner, baby. That is the truth. Right, so that concludes the van tour. Thank you so much for watching. If you've not yet liked and subscribed to this channel, please do. Anything I've talked about in this video, I'll put in the link in the description below. If you do want to watch more videos of us and my face and my family and things like that, there's plenty coming up. We've got lots of festivals to go to, lots of camping trips planned, and a few more little DIY things on the van. But yeah, I thought I'd condense the whole kind of van tour as of May 2022 into one video, because I've done lots of different bits of upgrades in the van on different videos and stuff, so I thought I'd put it all together into one little video for you guys to watch and maybe get inspiration from. Everybody does it differently, but this is the way we do it, or the way we've done it so far. I hope that you like how we've done stuff and how it's come out, and if you only get one ace idea from this, then happy days. If not, I hope I've entertained you enough for you to subscribe and like, because it really helps the channel. So I shall see you on our next adventure. Take care. See you later. See you. Bye. See you.